We good to go. All right, BNG the ruler, street sweepers, the mafia. I'm Mob NT. Let me flip this camera around on the IG, baby. And then we are good to go. Okay, cool. All right, we got IG, we got IG, we got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Connection is buffering on Instagram. Everybody who's tuned in on YouTube, thank you. Give me 1 second. Just checking the connection. I'm gonna have to do this right here. Let's see how this works. 1 second, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're live in full effect each and every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, we live. There we go, baby. Benji the ruler, street sweepers, the mafia. I'm my BNT CEO. We're live in full effect each and every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Well, not each and every Sunday. I committed to doing one show per month for the rest of 2022, and I am excited about some of the guests that we're going to be having on the show. We're already booking dates for March, so artists, please lock in. Okay, and let's send this to a few people. Lock in and schedule your interviews. We're going to invite this to a few people, you guys, and then we are going to get down with the get down. Nah, for real. 1 second. Send this to a few more people and we good to go, sweetie. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, I see you. Okay, cool. All right. So today our topics for the show is financial literacy 111, global currency 111, music industry 111, and travel industry 111. Okay, we have the music industry professional Jay Yoko. I'm going to be interviewing her. She has some dope shit going on, and I'm excited about bringing her onto the show. She is definitely a asset to the Real Right Show and everything that we have going on. And she's also an asset to you guys, especially for aspiring artists and creatives, especially for the ones who may not have fully legitimized themselves as being artists and creatives, because there is a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. There are some certifications that need to be done. There are some memberships that need to be done. And this kind of also ties into financial literacy on the level of your credit, your personal and your business credit. So, yeah, everything kind of ties in together. And honestly, regardless of the fact, there's no way that you can tap into certain royalties without having and being legitimately established as a business entity. So we're gonna save the music industry 111 part for later, and I'll bring her in. And I actually wrote a list of things for us to talk about, and they're all steered towards pushing the culture forward. And when I say the culture, I mean the music industry, the financial literacy industry, and the evolution of the world, period. Because there's so much going on, and as you can see and feel, there's a major shift going on in the world right now. So it makes sense to continue to evolve and grow and learn new skills and learn new things. So on this list for the music industry 111, I really would advise you guys to share this live with some other creatives. And we're going to get into some pointers for artists, some pointers for musicians, pointers for producers, engineers, promoters, managers, DJs, videographers, dancers, label reps, designers, spiritual advisors, marketing strategists. This is for you. That's what this segment is about, and we'll tap into that when we bring Jay Yoko on, because I believe that she will definitely have some input on that, and I want it to be a variety of voices that's being heard, especially when it comes to these matters, because we don't want to box ourselves or our community in this one way of doing things or one way of doing business. I believe everybody is different and unique in their own way, and we all have the right and the power to activate our inner gods and goddesses. Okay, so we'll start off with Financial Literacy 111. Financial Literacy 111 will basically be covering kind of basics to correct, establish, and then build your personal credit. From my opinion, it is From my opinion, it is more important to pull your credit report first, because in that you're able to see what actually needs improvement on your credit, or what is derogatory on your credit, or what is not correct on your credit, or what is delinquent. So first advice, pull your credit report. Okay, notice and notate the derogative phone numbers, the derogative accounts, any type of collection accounts that you might owe, any businesses. I definitely suggest that you make a list of those accounts, the date the debt was established, and the amount, and the address of the actual creditor. I do believe that makes sense. Notice and notate derogatory phone numbers, addresses, and any type of derogatory or collection accounts that you might have on your personal credit. Notate them, write down the address of the creditor, the phone number, all the information. Get as much information as you can. You can never have too much information. Just like this knowledge that we speaking right here, you can never have too much of it. All right. So if you're smart, like I'm smart, when you get into certain fields, and a lot of my mentors and some of my sponsors, when I speak with them, I always have pen and paper handy to take notes and to be able to utilize these tools and these resources to, like I said, push the culture. All right, so pull your credit report, notice and notate derogatory phone numbers, addresses, and any delinquent accounts. Okay, now after you do that, weigh your options, because it's not always smart to just fucking dispute everything. Excuse my language, I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna try not to, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so weigh your options. And the reason why I say weigh your options is because we have options, and the options are pay to delete letters, whereas you can come to an agreement with the creditor and say, hey, I'll pay this amount. The bill might be $300. You might be able to negotiate them into paying $100 bill instead. That's a positive reporting account. You paid it off, your numbers go up. All right, that's one way. And then you can dispute them, especially when it comes to medical bills, because it is against HIPAA law to expose and put out medical information and medical records. So you do have a fighting chance with deleting medical records. And I do have all of these letters: the pay to delete letter, the debt validation letter, the dispute letters. I have all of that in the Swerve Bible, so don't even worry about that. We got that on lock. All right. So pull your credit report, notice and notate derogatory phone numbers, accounts, blah, 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 collection accounts. Weigh your options. You have different options. Okay. All right. From doing that, after you do that and you've mailed your letters, or you kind of got that part out of the way, you can physically call these credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You can actually call them and say, hey, well, I live at 1000 Burning Beach Drive, and this is my most current address, and any other address I'm not associated with. They'll delete it off your record. They'll delete it off your report. Just make sure you stay on top of it. I have experienced shit to whereas I've seen them delete some shit and then put it back. Or make sure you are in contact and aware for all three bureaus. I'm gonna give you one of my resources as far as pulling your credit report. www.annualcreditreport.com. That is one of my go-tos, mainly because they give you all three reports. They give you Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You need to know what all three bureaus got going on right now. Okay, so pull your credit report through annualcreditreport.com, and it's free. You don't need no fucking card or none of that. Just go on there, pull your credit report, and get shit going. All right. Now, once you've done that, what I'll do is give you some resources for like some easy trade lines to um, to start establishing credit. Okay, so once you kind of corrected a lot of the stuff, the thing for you to do now is to start adding positive reporting trade lines to your personal credit. Kickoff is a good one. Self lender is a good one. Lockbox lender are good ones. And the reason why I suggest these is because they all report as positive trade lines onto your personal credit, and they're CD accounts, meaning this money that you're paying for these monthly payments are actually going into another stash. They're going into another stash account, and at the end of your 12-month year term, or however long you choose to extend it. Most of the time it's a year. I did a year for mine, and I've renewed it already. And sometimes you can up the payments. Like you might want to choose to pay $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. But regardless of the fact, Self Lender and Kickoff, they are reliable resources for personal trade lines, and you can add it to your CP. Anyway, so yeah, once you've added some trade lines, Kickoff, Self, Lockbox, you get you a secure credit card through your bank. Right now, honestly, with the way the world is going, if you don't have a debit account, a business bank account right now, you sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You sleeping, bro. Like, it's time. All right, get your credit right. Get you a real bank account. Okay, we tired of doing chimes and cash apps and all of that shit. And then with this cash app shit, excuse my language. With this cash app, make sure y'all are being smart. How y'all doing y'all transactions to put gift, put uh donation, put happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, just to kind of, yeah, you get what I'm saying. If you know, you know. All right, and once you've added these trade lines on there, make sure you keep your utilization 10% or less, and just to make sure that everything is aligned and everything kind of flows straight. Keep it on auto pay so that way that money can come out of your account every month. You don't even have to worry about it, and every time it's paid by the statement date, you good to go. That's another positive reporting payment towards your credit report. All right, so that is your personal credit kind of crash course for you guys. I have a lot more resources. You can check my page for some tips and stuff like that, and just kind of stay in tune. But those are the bases for your personal credit. Now, getting into the business credit, you are a business entity. You, me, period. Okay, so it is time to move as such, and a lot of people are charging for this, and you can't knock the hustle, because I'm charging for certain stuff that I learned on YouTube and I executed and I found for myself to be true, and I put it I added that to my resume. Shit. Take a sip to that. But yeah, go on irs.gov and establish your business if you haven't already. But before you do all of this, I do strongly suggest that you, again, weigh your options and look at where you live and do a little bit of market research, kind of, sort of, and see where there is a lack thereof. Especially if you don't have a specific talent, or you're not a creative, or you're not a visionary. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I'm about to give you one. I spoke with somebody, and she wasn't really too confident, as far as, like, some people don't know what their purpose is, and everybody don't get the call all the time for certain things. But I was like, look in your area and see if they have 24-hour laundry pads. Everybody ain't got no wash and dry. Everybody don't like washing clothes. Some people, I take my clothes to the laundry every week. Now I used to wash my own shit, but now I don't wash my own shit. I just take it to the laundry professionals. They wash it, bag it up, and woo, we straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because I don't have a washer where I live. Normally, I'm just used to having one, but like I said, we're in another country now, so ways to do things. You gotta start finding. I had to start finding new ways to do things and new ways to operate, and we'll get into that a little bit more later when we get to the global currency part of the show. All right, so the business credit, irs.gov, and Secretary of State address for your local state or wherever you're located at. Those are probably going to be one of the most important websites for you, because the irs.gov is where you'll go and you will establish your EIN for free. For free. I don't see people charging $500 just to go on the IRS and create. And it's okay. Like I said, you can't not the hustle, because you can't, like, it's so much free game out here, okay? It's so much free game out here. And a lot of times people don't have the patience, or they feel like they don't have the patience or the time to do proper research. Or they may not be as tech savvy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you have people like us that thrive off of information and thrive off of education and connecting the dots and doing research. And it is us who execute it to find out what is good for us, or find our way in it, because sometimes everything ain't for everybody. I bought so many courses and programs from people. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I didn't even need. I just wanted to support our people. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you support your people. But yeah, go to irs.gov, get your IRS, establish your business, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, sole proprietor, INC, however you choose to do your shit. Go on the Secretary of State website. You need your articles of organization. You need your business license. Pay for it. It's one of the most amazing investments you will ever be able to make in your life. Make sure you got a business email. Make sure you got a business phone number. Make sure you got a business address. You can look up virtual addresses. I have a list actually of places that you can create a virtual address from. And they're like, virtual addresses are basically like office buildings who will receive your mail or your packages and charge you like a monthly fee. And then some of them will actually, some of them actually have like office spaces or like content creation rooms where you can actually, vlog and work. You know what I'm saying? So you can get you a virtual address if you don't have one. And if you don't want to use your home address, some people don't like to use their home address for security purposes. Some people do because they're armed and they're ready to go. All right. So your EIN, your articles of organization, business license, DUNS number. Make sure you get your DUNS number. Now, with your DUNS number, the DUNS number gets tricky for some people. It was kind of tricky for me because even after I got my business license, my EIN articles, or after I got all that shit, the Duns, like Duns and Bradstreet, was the only ones who was really like throwing shade. Like they wasn't giving the number, and I was like, well, I called, and you can call and they'll give it to you or they'll set it up, and it just wasn't working. So I don't know if it was because I might not have, maybe because it was fresh. You know what I mean? My business EIN and stuff. Well, my business EIN has been established since 2017, but as far as like properly registering everything, my shit has been out and available for about a year now. So I've been doing some research and stuff, and I came across NAV. Somebody put me on NAV, www.nav.com. And NAV is a resource for business credit that will take your information and not only send it to Duns and Bradstreet to help you align and connect the dots of your business credit file, but it'll also link your business credit to certain lenders for funding. Okay, so I definitely suggest you to download NAV. They do have a website, nav.com, and they do have an app. I can't access NAV from over here where I'm at. It's kind of crazy, but like I said, we'll get into that later with global currency, and we'll be able to discuss things about how certain systems that work over there don't work in other countries. Certain ways of life in certain cultures, certain codes, morals, values, principles, certain freedoms. You get one going with that. All right. So NAV, definitely get NAV. Once you've gotten all of that documentation stuff together, your EIN, articles, organization, your business license, your business address, business email, business phone number. You can use GoDaddy for the business phone numbers, and you can use I got hella resources, bro. I've been doing a lot of studying and taking a lot of notes for a minute. So yeah, just stay tuned. Chill, I got you. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all some business trade lines, free business trade lines, NAV, Granger, Summa, Uline, Wex, gas cards. Wex was actually my first business account. I got approved for a card for 10K. And gas cards, fleet cards, BP Solutions, Arco Solutions. These are fleet cards that you can use for gas. And shit, who don't need gas cards? Who don't need gas cards? And then some gas cards actually pay for repairs. You can actually purchase other stuff out of the stores with gas cards. So this depends on which ones you know what I'm saying, which one you get. But Wex, BP, Fuelman, Pilot J, those are all great business trade line, gas card, fleet cards. And like I said, all of this information that I'm giving you right now is in the Swerve Bible. And if you guys want to purchase your copy, you can go to my website, www.bngtheruler.com. Okay, so we were on business credit and personal credit. To do website merch. We're still on the business side. Website and merch. Make sure you have a business website. You have to operate as a business to start tapping into some of this this lucrative information and this lucrative okay, appreciate it. Some of this lucrative information and lucrative money and assets. Hey, you gotta pay for proximity. It's just that simple. So yeah, make sure you have business account, business bank account, business phone number, business email, business address, articles of organization, business license, DUNS number, and all that. All right. So from there, once you have done all of that, now you can. It's a lot of grants and stuff too. That you can apply for. And some of the grants aren't even like y'all think too deep. Sometimes we think, I'm gonna say we. Sometimes we think too deep and think that, oh well, I might not, or you know what I'm saying, just get that whole can't, might not, get that completely out of your mindset, bro. Like seriously, I hate hearing it from people, you know, and it's like if you don't believe in yourself, then how could you expect anybody else to? So I'm gonna give y'all a couple other I'm gonna give y'all a couple grants. All right. NAV small business grants. NAV.com, the same one who I told you will link your personal credit. And as a matter of fact, NAV will show you your personal credit and your business credit at the same damn time. And align your EIN with your DUNS number and make sure everything is straight. All right. Lemonade Foundation, Backstage Capital Grant, Deeper Richards Kaplan Foundation, and then what is this? the coronavirus economic relief program. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if CERTS is still doing funding, but you can look and see. If you guys want to do some research, look into CERTS, the coronavirus economic relief program. Um, I'm sure they got a whole nother fucking variant and a whole bunch of other shit going on now. So I'm sure um, it's going to be another rollout of funding. Good. All right. So we talked about personal credit. We talked about business credit. I gave y'all a couple personal trade lines. I gave y'all a couple of business trade lines. All right. From here, what we will do is we are going to talk about stocks and crypto. Okay. All right. Now, for stocks, with me, this is how I think when it comes to investing in certain stocks. And honestly, just like with Bitcoin, but this is kind of deeper. With stocks, I was exposed to um, stocks like as a child. My stepdad would literally used to buy the New York Times, or actually buy the newspapers and show me the stocks and their prices. And it's kind of crazy because now I'm like, damn. Now that I know the value of stocks and assets and liquid assets and stuff like that, it makes me feel like, damn, if I would have invested, oof, multi-million. So it's very important to kind of stay ahead of the game, stay 10 steps ahead of the game, and to continuously broaden your horizon when it comes to your educational impact on yourself, your family, and community. Um, I really believe that it is very essential to continue to grow and uh, push the culture forward. This is not the same world that we used to live in. You know what I'm saying? So it is time for us to start um, accumulating new streams of revenue, learning new skills, um, um, creating better and healthier habits compared to what we're so used to and what we are accustomed to, especially. Knowing what's going on in the world. It's a lot of confusion to some. Like I said earlier, some of us got the call. Some of us were already aware of the bullshit that was going on. Some of us have already been preparing. Some of us have already been studying. Some of us have already been working behind the scenes. Some of us have so. Let's just continue to keep pushing the culture forward as best as we can. So back to stocks. How I choose stocks is according to, for one, I think logically. Okay. And when I say thinking logically, think about some things that the world needs and has to have, or the world wouldn't operate without, or things that are in high demand. Okay. Like energy, gas. Um, Airbnb is a good stock. Why? Regardless of the stocks fluctuating, bro, they're always gonna go up and down. They're gonna fucking crash. They're going to correct where it's gonna happen. But in my opinion, it makes sense for me, to continue to invest and invest more when I do invest and I see the fluctuating. Um, yeah, and see these numbers fluctuating and study it before you jump into it. I had somebody ask me yesterday, like, what was a good number to put on your crypto wallet to start with. And honestly, I feel like if you're like a beginner and you're not used to like crypto, or you don't know what coins to invest in, or you don't know how to do the shit, I think you can put a quick little $100 on a Robinhood account, or on your blockchain, or on crypto, or on Binance, or on we'll talk about that later. We're gonna talk about stocks right now. But start small. when it comes to these stocks and this crypto, especially if you don't have it like that, or if you're not fully aware of what you're getting yourself into. The reason why I'm explaining to you like this is because some of us are smart with our money. You know what I'm saying? Some of us know how to invest. Some of us know how to play with this shit. Some of us know how to move. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly feel like if you was to drop 1,000 on a crypto wallet and lose it, you would feel a lot worse than somebody who put 100 on one and lost it. You would feel, I mean, you would be over it. I know I would. You know what I'm saying? So learn the system first before you start investing. But yeah, Airbnb, AT&T, Walmart, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Excuse the bottle, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, I want my money. Hey, Coke. All right. Nah, but and like I said, this kind of ties into the global. Let's just go ahead and switch this to global currency now. We're on global currency now. Global currency 111. Yeah, we'll do this like this. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now let me move this around. Give me 1 second, y'all. I appreciate the opportunity. We're live in the full effect. Okay. All right. So pull the camera down a little bit. All right. Yeah. So and then another thing with with stocks, when you start traveling international and you start going to other countries and you start noticing that certain stores aren't over there, or certain stores aren't over here, or certain stores are over here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, shit, Walmart got something going on today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, well, that's a good stop, because regardless of the fact whether the system crashes, goes up or down, Walmart's still gonna be open. People still going to Walmart. Airbnb worldwide. People gonna always book an Airbnb. Whether they actually living in that bitch, whether they shooting a video, whether they shooting some content or whatever, Airbnb is gonna be active. Period. All right. So those are some suggestions. AT&T, Walmart, McDonald's, Airbnb, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, fucking bro. I have about 17 stocks that I've been investing in over the past few months, and I'm actually doing it off of my Cash app, and I'm doing it off Nike. Is yes, and I was thinking about Nike, especially because they have been endorsing a lot of artists lately. If you pay attention, from Adidas to Nike, they are endorsing more artists. You're starting to see more brands in their visuals, in their photo shoots, in their videos. They're starting to do more promotion with them, and this is what I mean when I say that financial literacy and pooling resources bridge gaps amongst nations, because this is the type of information that pushes the culture forward. I don't give a fuck if you white, black, orange, purple, blue, green. Yeah, that's the goal, really. The green. Come on, what power you got with no money? Just be honest with yourself and everybody else. What power do you have with no money? Now we have power up here. We do. We do. But to move strategically in this world, you are going to have several streams of revenue. That's just point blank, period. It is absolutely no way around it. You see what's going on. You see how the system is changing. You see how the system is evolving. You see how music is evolving. You see how these brands are evolving. You feel the shift in the world. You will be lying if you say you didn't feel it. Just be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? All right. Um. So let's go to. So we talked about stocks. Let's talk about crypto. All right. Now, crypto is crypto is something that I really like. It's one of those things where I was really like, damn, bro, I wish I should invest. Bitcoin was something that came across my desk in like 14, 15. And I didn't really heavily start investing into it until like 16, 17. Um, and then I started noticing how the crypto wallets connected you to other resources that cash can't connect you to. Um, and word of mouth can't connect you to. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because word of mouth is really what kind of connects the dots sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm gonna give y'all a couple crypto wallets that you can use. There is a wide variety of them. There's so many crypto wallets, bro. But I will honestly suggest you, just like how I, spoke with somebody the other day, like just put couple hundred on a wallet, watch the numbers fluctuate, learn the system, get into different coins, whichever one resonates with who you are. Do some research on the coins and the owners. Do some research on some of these people behind these businesses for real. Um, and yeah, so a couple crypto wallets. Coinbase is a good one. I'm going to share my screen on here. This is going to be an exclusive for my YouTube viewers right now. We are going to, I'm going to show you guys how, I'm going to show y'all how Coinbase looks, and I'm going to show y'all how MetaMask looks. Okay, so this is Coinbase. All right, and it's real easy to load. But as you can see, you got the Ethereum on here. You have CRV. You have Bitcoin on here. You have Litecoin. You have SHIB. SHIB was a coin that SHIB was a coin that one of my friends in the UK, he told me honestly over a year ago to invest in the SHIB, and like, so now at this point it's like, if I get a call, if I get a vision, or if I get a download to invest in something, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Especially if it makes sense to me. If it makes sense to me, it resonates with my spirit, you know what I'm saying? And ancestors like, yes, it's a go, I'm going for it. Like now at this point, because at this point, for real, the manifestations are happening faster, and anything that I touch turns to gold. So at this point, it's like, yeah, let's get it. All right. So Coinbase is a good one. Blockchain is a good one. I have that on my phone. Crypto.com. Crypto.com is a good one. Robinhood is good. And I have that because Robinhood actually comes with a card. Robinhood comes with the card, and a lot of the apps that make you like upload your ID, you know what I'm saying, and link your bank accounts and stuff, even though they're asking for the sensitive information, I feel more secure with those because I'll be able to withdraw my funds to my account. You know what I'm saying? But what I also will say is that make sure you have one or two different bank accounts for these crypto wallets. That way, all of your funds aren't locked into just one blockchain or locked into just one wallet. Okay. Yeah, Acorn are those coins, the coins, Acorns, or Acorn, the savings account. They have a thing called Acorns that takes change out of your account and put it into a CD. So it's a couple different Acorns. Coinbase, Robinhood, crypto, Binance that buy stocks. No, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into Acorn. I'm gonna put that on my notes. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, but cash bonds. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Build your portfolio. Diversify your portfolio. Like it's just, bro. Like this is a whole new world we're living in right now. And then, just think logically about the type of money we playing with and the type of moves that we making right now. You need to be able to diversify your funds. You need to have I'm looking to it. You need to have a variety um, of ways that you're handling, moving, operating, and investing with this money. So, blockchain, Coinbase, Robinhood, Binance, Crypto.com. I said Robinhood, Coinbase. Yeah. All right. Also, there are Bitcoin ATMs. If you're not sure how to upload a Bitcoin crypto wallet, or if you don't, really have like enough space on your iPhone or whatever, use your computer. You can use your computer. You can use your phone. There are Bitcoin ATMs. You can Google Bitcoin ATM near me. You can go drop the money on the on a they'll give you. There are different wallets. Like there's a temporary wallet that they'll give you. Okay, you can go to an ATM, you can deposit the money in the ATM, and they'll give you a temporary wallet. And you can scan the QR code on that wallet and transfer the fund on that little piece of paper. You can scan it with your crypto wallet on your app on your phone or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, that money will load onto your Binance or on your Robinhood or on your blockchain or your Coinbase. If you don't, want to keep using your bank account, or if you don't want to, what I'm saying? Like I said, you need to diversify your funds and find different ways to move money around. Don't just be so stuck to using one account, doing one thing with one, what I'm saying? Have a couple different bank accounts, have several. The key here is having multiple streams of revenue. That is the main reason why I'm even doing this shit right now, so that our people can know that it is time to boss up. The world is calling all of us to boss up in a whole nother way. Bigger. That's the title of the show today. 2022, bigger. All right. Now, let's shift from crypto to NFTs. NFTs is very deep, but it's secure and it's smart, and I think it is a powerful, innovative way for us to not only connect with our community, but a new way to market your brand. And you bought my first badge. I appreciate that. Damn, that's love. I got a screenshot that. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. All right, so that's the first badge. I appreciate that. So yeah, um, what were we talking about? Stocks, crypto. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, it's very important for you to get your shit together. Period. That's what we're going with this. All right. So it is 5:43. I am going to take a small, short little pause. I'm gonna play one of my videos and let y'all peep this real quick. I'm gonna share my screen for my YouTube video, my YouTube viewers, and I'm gonna flip the camera around for my Instagram viewers. I ain't going nowhere. I just wanted to have a little intermission real quick, and let y'all peep one of my videos. And yeah, this is how we do it. You feel me, V? My next show is in February. I will be interviewing Pap G's and Yadi Maneda. They are two dope artists. I have had Yadi Maneda on my show before, and what I like to do with my artists on my show, I like to keep a connection with them. I like to follow up with them after the show, just to see if they have been actively working and utilizing their resources, and if they have been putting forth that effort, to expand their brand. Like I told y'all before, the only thing that we do on the Real Right Show is brand development, brand awareness, self-awareness, health, wealth, new streams of income, marketing strategies. That's it. No drama, no bullshit. All right. So this is what the fuck I look like video. I'm going to share my screen for you guys that are viewing on YouTube and you guys on Instagram. Just stay tuned. You feel me? I appreciate it. BNG, the ruler, street sweepers, the mafia. I'm my BNT CEO. We're live and in full effect each and every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. When we come back from this, we're going to talk a little bit more about crypto and stocks. And then we'll get into the music industry shit. And then we'll bring Jay Yoko in for the last hour of the show. All right. BNG, the ruler, street sweepers, the mafia. Let's go.
What the fuck I look like? 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 Entertaining the lane. Play these niggas BS for the shit in the game. What the fuck I look like? Never settle for less. Headlines and interviews. Fresh up with press. What the fuck I look like? I'm way out of your league. Any city, any state, I can get you what you need. What the fuck I look like? Stay on top of the shit.
We had 23,000 views.
What the fuck I look like? This nigga claiming that he crip all cookie for me. I be with the niggas
I'm gonna flip the camera around.
Try your luck, bitch. My brothers, everybody's
Buzz Lightyear.
Toy Story, he drink beer. Champagne on the plane.
When I land, they cheer. Consistently doing numbers, up punching the clock. Never had a pizza, they still on my job. If it ain't about the money, keep the combo. Boss nigga, boss bitch, now that's a combo.
I can't get mad, haters do your job.
Call me what you want, bitch. I still got time for your mom.
You motherfuckers is broke, I keep some shit in the stash. From what you say, I
Still bust when I count this cash.
I'm not your ordinary people. You can feel my presence. Was told to never leave your throne
To address
a
the
peasant.
peasant.
What the fuck I look like in the
Make sure y'all head over to www.bngtheruler.com. Check out my video. Buy the Swerve Bible. Buy your membership. I have hats. Shout out to Humble Stitch Go. I got a dope team for real. It took a long time for it to get to this point, but we're here. And I'm gonna keep the fuck going. People white road. Pledge allegiance to the bands I commit and I marry. Make a couple meals, celebrate the anniversary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you niggas in order. I'm fucking designers up. I'm a label. Annihilating the haters, time to put them to sleep. It ain't no turning back, bitch. I'm in this shit too deep. What the fuck I look like? Time to take them to school. Class president, bitch, still breaking the rules. What the fuck I look like? I'm an army of one. Call off full of bosses, search one and you're done. What the fuck I look like? A mastermind. Thank y'all for tuning in.
One of a kind. What the fuck I look like? What the fuck I look like? What the fuck I look like? Entertaining the lane. Play these niggas.
We got 23,000 views. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for real.
Stay on top of the
What the fuck I look like? Alright, y'all. So now we're gonna do street bitches, and then we're gonna come back for our little intermission, and we're gonna talk business industry shit with Jay Yoko. All right, this is my YouTube. I got a little work on here. You know what I'm saying? I got a little work. We got a little work going on. You feel me? You ain't playing with them. You can't be. Don't be a hater all you like, bro. God damn, it's okay to support people. It's okay to support the people, homie. It's okay to support your people. Wait till y'all see Swerve, though. Ooh, shit! Boy, I might drop that beat tonight. I really thought about dropping it after the show today, for real.
Something you never had, bitches. Bad bitches. So tag body, hold up. Straight bitches, no so bitches. Elite bitches, make hoes have a seat, bitches. Bad bitches, something you never had, bitches. Bad bitches, so tag body, bad bitches. Street bitches, no so bitches. Elite bitches, make hoes have a seat, bitches. Bad bitches, something you never had, bitches. Bad bitches, so tag body, bad bitches.
This one got 17,000 views. I'm trying to get 100 on Swerve. Black mask, black gloves, cat suit, bitches. What's up? Yeah, I just made it. What's happening?
Make sure when you get in there, like, go down the hallway and look in the closet, see that floor bag. That's where it's at. It's in the floor bag.
All right, gotcha.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
Working in that sack, bitches. Rap bitches doing shows all over the map, bitches. Slave bitches give a fuck about them shade bitches. Hey bitches, some money don't ever pay bitches. Strong bitches, independent, got my own bitches. Long bitches, your money better than long bitches. Snake bitches, we don't fuck with these snake bitches. Keep a close street sweepers, we know the tape bitches.
Hey, what up? Benji the ruler, street sweeper, the mafia, I'm mob me, TCBO. We are live in full effect. Okay, cool. I think y'all have seen enough. The visuals. I'm ready to get back into this business though, for real. We're going to bring Jay Yoko in. Let me unshare my screen on StreamYard real quick. And we already have Jay brewing in the broadcast studio right now. And you can turn your camera on whenever you're ready to, and we will go from there. BNG the Rules, Street Sweep the Mafia, I'm Mobby and TCO. We're live in full effect. We got Jay Yoko over here. If you want to see both of us and tap into what's going on, I need you guys to head over to my YouTube channel, The Real Right Show, TheRealRightShow. This is exclusive for our YouTube subscribers. Head over there, check us out on YouTube, Instagram. We gotta go. All right, we almost there, fam. We are almost ready. We are almost there. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay, we're off live. I'm here. And we're going to save this, of course. $2022 bigger. All right, I need VR. All right. We'll upload that to Instagram. And now we are ready to interview. All right, it's posting. Okay. This is my favorite part right here because I like music and I like business and I like networking, and I like building, and I like new streams of revenue. And what she has brought to the table is so smart and genius. It's kind of crazy because I was already talking to somebody about this a couple years ago, and I kind of gave them idea, and I was like, bro, you should blah, blah, blah. And they were like, okay. And like they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy for like a year or two later that I meet somebody who actually execute that and is actually good at it. So we are going to bring on. I'm about to see if I can go live on my IMBG the Ruler page because I've been blocked on that page. Oh my god, they let me go live. What? Bro, I've been locked on my Instagram IMBG the Ruler page for 3 months. This is crazy. Okay, cool. We're gonna let y'all get the other half. Okay. All right, you ready? You ready? Okay, cool. All right. I'm about to add you in. Let's go. What up? What up?
What's going on, fam? How are you?
In this bitch. We good. We good. How is it over there?
It's cold, unfortunately, my guy. It's cold over here right now. I'm not
Where
like
you at?
I'm in Florida, but it's just crazy right now. Even Florida is 30s, 40s right now. You know?
And it's giving 80 where I'm at.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get over there, like
It's
immediately.
giving
Immediately, you feel me?
it's giving very much summer vibes for real, man. Tell everybody about a little bit about yourself. Let everybody know who you are and where you're from.
For sure. First and foremost, thank you for having me. People on live right now. I'm on a Real Right Show. Y'all need to log on to their YouTube page. Make sure y'all subscribe. It's the only way y'all gonna be able to see both of us together. You feel me? So
Yes.
tap in. I'm gonna put the link in real quick. But if y'all not on there, y'all about to miss half of this. So again, the Real Right Show. Make sure y'all go to his YouTube page, subscribe first and foremost. Then jump on where it say 2020.
Head over to YouTube and
Right now, for me right now, I'm about to pin it real quick and I'm gonna get into it because I'm real big on making sure like, yo, we have to support each other's platforms.
Yes, we do. It only makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? We have to
show
show
love forward. Stop playing. Shit.
So the real
Let's get it. The Real Right Show on YouTube. We're live in full effect each and every Sunday.
So that's their page. Check their page right now. Look at the bio. Go to their YouTube. Watch the full joint. And then I'm about to drop gems. You feel me? So make sure y'all tune in. So boom, who I am and why I'm having. So again, thank you for having me. I appreciate you sharing your platform.
Welcome, yes.
Is Jay Yoko. You feel me? I am a music consultant when it comes to the business of the music industry. I specialize in artist development, branding, and project management, if you would. So my whole job and my whole philosophy when it comes to this music industry is, long story short, I noticed the gap. There's a lot of great talent that's out there. There's a lot of great visuals. There's not a lot of equity that we have in our community.
There is none, and it needs to be more.
So in order for us to get more, we have to learn how the business of the music industry actually works. And this
you have to legitimize yourself. You have to.
You have to. They just don't know how it works. For me, like there are a lot of people who are teaching how it works. There's a lot of information that's out there that's free, but it's a lot of stuff to decipher through. So my job is to kind of translate everything to a language in which our creators can understand.
Can understand it exactly.
Provide resources and be kind of that middle to create the educational aspect so we can catch up, so we can have the ownership, so we can have the equity at the table, so we can be making this money that we've been getting exploited for us for years. You feel me? So it's time to go ahead and get us.
Yes. This is facts. I believe everything you just said. I am 100% behind you. So let them know how they can contact you if they need to contact you.
Everything is on my website, so jyokoentertainment.com. All my services are on there. The information about myself, links to prior publications that I've done, because I understand, again, with this being the music industry, there's a trust factor that has to be figured out when you're working with people, and I get that. So that's why I try to provide as many free resources and links to things that I've
providing value.
I want y'all to know that I'm not, planning this. You feel me? Like I've been doing this for quite a while. So everything is J Yoko Entertainment on my page. Any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Snapchat, you feel me? Everything is J Yoko
I
Entertainment. That way,
love meeting somebody who help, like really does help try to push the culture and that is passionate about it and has answered the call. I keep saying that, answered the call seriously. And because it's so much information out there now, just because we want you to win, that don't necessarily mean that I'm responsible for your fucking play.
this is
My
true.
job is to put the information out there. It's your job to do your research and decipher what is truth to you and for you and execute from there.
I tell
Find your
people,
way.
I'll lead you to the water. I can't make
I
you
can't
drink.
make you drink that bitch, and I'm gonna sip on that water.
That's real.
Evian,
Straight up.
another endorsement. I want my check, Evian. I'm not playing for real now.
Product
All
placement.
right. So, artist development and project management. Now, as far as artist development is concerned, there's so many layers to that in itself. You know, artists don't really understand that it is the very this is some expensive shit. You can't be cheap. The industry is not going to support mediocrity anymore. So, how you coming with the artist development?
Listen, it's just at the end of the day, you're paying for my time. It is what it is. Each artist is very different. You feel me? So each artist does a different route. There is no cookie cutter answer to how to succeed in this industry. There is no get this amount of Facebook likes. This not. There is no formula. You feel me? There are different strategies that we can use to excel people, but there is no one answer. So what you're asking me to do when artists say, consult with me, get me to the next, develop me. You're asking me to take a chunk of my life, right? And learn about everything that you want to do as an artist. You feel me? Your intention as an artist. What's your message that you want to come out? How do you want to convey that message? You feel me? I gotta download everything that you have going on that you want to do in your future and figure out a personal strategy for you to win. You feel me? So it takes time for me to sit back and listen to you and tell me everything that you've done. You feel me? This is why I did this. This is why I rap. My daddy did this. My cousin did this. I got shot one time. I did it. We gotta go. We got to go through all of that because we got to learn who you are as an artist. Why are you actually rapping? What is your message behind this? What motivates
Yes,
you?
what type of message are you? And I've been saying this for fucking years. What type of message are you conveying in your music? That's why I'm not one of those artists that just drop 1,000 songs and bitch, we're not even familiar with the first two. So, and then the visuals, and then like taking your time with your music and with your brand and with your project, and knowing that it's yours, and you shouldn't feel pressure to do it any type of other way besides the way that you know to do it. But still, you have to do it strategically. You have to figure out. You have to think strategy ways to do it. You can. It's just so many ways, bro. All right. So now, legitimizing. We're going to talk about legitimizing artists. Okay. What do you mean artist development in that aspect?
So, in my light, in my eyes, there's just a lot of business aspect with the music that's skipped. You feel me? The formula that's given out right now is go make a song, put it on, DistroKid, CD Baby, whatever you can get your hands on type thing. Put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok, and let it roll. You feel me? Nobody is handling the monetization aspect. Nobody is handling the ownership aspect. People don't even know that they have to do this. You feel me? So when I come in a building with an artist, I'm literally sitting down and asking the hard questions, but it's mostly the questions that they just never heard before. You feel me? Like,
or probably don't even can't even understand. Like it's,
they don't know.
and I'm not judging any artist because I have been there. I'm not gonna make it seem like I always knew what the fuck. But my entire career, I've been exploring and doing research and finding ways to elevate in this shit because I knew that it would never it's never the same. It's never gonna be the same. So you have to find your way in it and evolve with it. So the things that you have available on your website, let them know about some of the products and services that you offer.
For sure. So my biggest philosophy is trying to teach people. You feel me? So with my company, we are a turnkey style company. So I can do multiple things. You feel me? Like I can execute the services for you. I can do it with you if you would, or I can teach you how to do it. And the reason why I try to do all aspects is because one of the things that I kind of preach, if you would, is learning this business for yourself and learning it on your own. A lot of these artists just don't know where to start. They don't have a coach in their corner that's giving them the game type thing ahead of times. They don't have guidance. So when I couldn't see who that person was in the industry, I became that person. So what I've done now is I've created different services like online classes, like different templates, contract packs to be able to teach artists themselves. You feel me? Like sometimes artists can't afford to be with somebody, you know what I'm saying, one-on-one type thing. It's like, cool, I made a class for you to learn how to copyright your music by yourself, on your own time, on your own pace. All my classes online are like $30. You feel me? That's it. Some of these classes are
And
3 or 4 hours.
that's very cost efficient. That's smart.
Get it. You feel me? Like I get it. Everybody is not rich where they're at yet. But my whole thing is like if you want to invest in yourself, it's a small seed that you plant. I guarantee.
And especially when you like, bro, when you know, you know what I'm saying? You can't not know once you know. But once you know what's required to tap into certain type of things and funding and assistance and support, like I said, the industry is not supporting mediocrity anymore, period. So you need to establish yourself as a business and move as a business regardless. If you expect these major corporations to want to invest in you, it just doesn't make sense to me.
You gotta look like them. You feel me? Like these major companies work business to business. So
Yes.
you have to especially as an artist have to realize artists, producers, anybody who's a creative, you are a business. You feel me? So until you learn how to carry yourself such in these industries, that's why they're looking past you, or that's why they're giving, you know what I'm saying, these whack deals or these whack opportunities because you're not presenting yourself as the caliber of people that they do business with. So that's why I try to
you have to attract like it. And that one of the things I say is my vibe attracts my tribe. You know what I mean? And I am who I am, and my people are my people. And if they ain't, they ain't. I don't really give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, at this point,
real.
So, but yeah. So what we're gonna do now is, you told us where you were from. You told us some of the services you provide. You told us about your website. I'm gonna give you a list of we're going to go over a list of people in the industry, and we're just going to go like free flow off the dome, like some advice that we will give them, because I feel like from an artist perspective, and then you being a business, music business and music industry professional, you are a part of the culture and you see certain shit that might need to be addressed, or something that could empower the community or help us look at shit from another light or through another light. So it's artists. Any advice you would like to give to artists?
For my artists, it is first and foremost the advice that I give to any person when it comes to this music industry is to trust your struggle. You feel me? Like you are in your journey for a reason. You are where you're at, where you're supposed to be. You're not where you was at yesterday. You might not.
The process.
You got to. You feel me? Like you got to. That's anybody. But for artists specifically, invest in your craft. You feel me? Like I hear a lot of times from artists where they're like, well, nobody told me this, or nobody said this is how I'm supposed to do this, or he didn't teach me this, they didn't do it for you. There are a lot of
your job.
There are a lot of things that artists can learn if they take the initiative to. So I get that
at this point you really have to want it, bro. Like
right, and it sets it apart. You feel me? Like I get that this is a very, very confusing industry, but you have to start somewhere. You feel me? So my advice for any artist, anybody out there is if you really want this, you have to show it. You feel me? If you want to win in this industry, you have to learn the business for yourself. Yourself. You feel me? So find some type of way, find a mentor, find a book, find a class online, find something to learn this business for yourself. Because if you do not learn this business for yourself, you will not prosper in this industry.
Same thing with me. For artists, definitely learn the business. This is a music business. Okay, the music is just play. You can write 1,000 songs, you can record 50,000. But if you don't know the business behind it, and if you're not tapping into your royalties and shit, what is the point? You're not even collecting you ain't even getting your real bag and your royalties. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you know, it's like okay. So in knowing this, I'm gonna pause real quick and I'm gonna share my screen so that the artist can, I just want the people to see my writer and my EPK and a couple other things, just so that way the artist can know that these are some of the things that are needed to require I mean, for bookings, these are things that this is what I need for you if you want to book. If and I've had these for years. You know, I've had my own contracts and my own writer done. Shout out to Courtney, I appreciate her. But now it's time to get them updated. And I need to get my EPK update. I've accomplished a lot of shit
Congrats, man.
in a little bit of time. But I gotta get my shit updated. I'm finna share my screen though, for real, and just kind of wanted to, like I said, I want to push the culture for those who don't have it or who haven't even heard of it or don't know what it is. This is what it looks like, and this is how it's supposed to be. This is a artist writer now, and your writer is basically you telling the promoter or the business entity or whoever you are doing business with for like product placement in your video. Like these contracts and this paperwork could just okay, cool. All right, my booking fee. Booking fee is basically what you will pay me to even come to your venue. All right, travel and lodging. I need hotel and flight, period. Complimentary tickets only if I have people with me. Parking. Parking is considered for like, okay, when your chauffeur brings you to the club, you might want to require a backdoor entrance, or you know what I'm saying, you might want to require a security from the club. You might have your own security, but you still might require security from the club or whatever, from the parking lot to the dressing room, blah, blah, blah. Food and beverage, whatever you choose to have in your room, your VIP dressing room, etc., etc. This is what an artist writer looks like, okay? And then we have the performance agreement and the performance contract. I just really like to have my own like my merch and stuff when I come to events and shit. So as long as they don't have a problem with that, that's what it is. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And then this is my EPK. And I think it is industry standard at this point to have an interactive EPK. And the EPK is basically electronic press kit, whereas you would have a compilation of your photos, you'll have your bio, some of your accomplishments, you know, any type of achievements or awards that you might have made. You have all of your social media handles on here, and some of your dopest videos, and you know, stuff like that. That's what your writer is, and these are things that are needed to be able to move at a productive rate and pace in the industry, because they're not going to take you seriously if you don't have your fucking paperwork. So now it's like for real with certain individuals, like I appreciate the bookings and I appreciate the offers and I appreciate, you know, you want me to come out to the club or like all kind of shit like that. But it's like, you really won't see me unless I'm being booked. Like it's just to that point now. And I have been creating value for myself and my people for years. I have been fighting and pushing the culture for years. It's not like I just woke up today and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I want to help everybody. Or like, you really have to have this type of heart and this type of personality. You have to be this type of being to want to just continuously and consistently push the culture, and then not even just your culture, but other cultures too.
Oh, yeah.
Sweetie. All right, so we did artists. So now musicians. Do you have any advice for musicians in the industry?
Musicians, especially when it comes to instrumentalists.
Yes.
I would say you also have to learn the business of this industry, because you hear a lot of times about how session musicians or kind of background singers are always talking about what they aren't getting paid. There are certain
yes, we've heard stories.
Yes, I've heard them, and when I'm hearing them, I'm like, so why didn't you just, you know, do what you're supposed to do?
Get your
like,
shit, yes.
Pocket of money over here for you through, you know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think about it, bro. At the end of the day, it's your fucking responsibility. So how could you get mad if you gave the power to somebody else to take care of some shit that you supposed to take care of yourself, and they taxing you for doing it because you don't want to take kind of time to legitimize your shit.
No business, right? Yeah. So like, there's so many people who are here on that side. It's like, oh, this is that. It's like you got to sign up with the right stuff as well. You feel me? A lot of y'all stuff is even linked in with like SAG and after type thing. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because it's a middle line type thing between how it's a performance, if you will. You feel me? So hey, learn your business is what there are bags out there for everybody. The
Yes,
problem
I
is
played electric bass and I've been playing instruments since like elementary, middle school. And the advice that I would have for musicians and even for myself is to tap back into that energy. I know a lot of us probably put our instruments down. I know that a lot of us probably, don't feel like it or might not have their instrument anymore or might need to purchase a new one. But I really do feel like if we did tap back into that power, I think we can look at music a different way now, compared to how we used to look at it before, because that was when music was real. You know what I'm saying? And even still, there's nothing wrong with it. But I love Tchaikovsky, I love Beethoven, I love classical music, jazz, bluegrass, house, rap, hip hop, R&B. It's so many different genres of music. So musicians definitely tap back into your powers. Advice for producers.
everybody's advice is gonna seem the same, but please,
I'm gonna
producers.
tell you mine. Fuck that. I got some shit to say.
Oh my God, producers learn the difference between do your split sheets, do your producer agreements, know the difference between your points and your percentages. Like, oh my God, man,
Split
it's so
sheets is
much.
definitely must, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get the producers and the engineers out the way. We're gonna do them in the same thing. Like, make sure artists, like, this for artists too though, because it's your responsibility. But can we just at this point, especially knowing whether you're trying to go mainstream or not, like as far as going and trying to move into a global aspect with your music, have your clean versions of your music too.
Yeah.
And make sure you get that shit when you leave or before everything is complete. Make sure you have your track downs, make sure your split sheets, make sure all if you got to, bro, you gotta pay an extra hour just to make sure that it's done, in that studio. So make sure, just do it to make sure you got all your shit together, bro.
I feel like with all of them as well, like one of the biggest things I'm saying, like I feel like everybody needs to give people their credits. You feel me? Like some people are literally surviving and trying to build their rapport off their credits. You feel me? So
Yes.
your engineers, when you're putting this music in these aggregators and they're asking you who's the engineer, who's the producer, give people their credits, because they're building off that. So feature artists, give them credits, producers, give them your credits, engineer, give them their credits. Because
I salute that. I salute that 100%. And that is something that, like I said, you won't be able to tap into these things if you haven't been exposed to it. Okay. So when you start legitimizing yourself, you'll start seeing that it will ask you who was the writer, who was the producer, like you have to put people's name, put the producer's name. And now, okay, that's for artists, but for the producers and for the engineers. I'm not saying you have to. Everybody got options. It's up to you. But support your artists a little bit more. Support your art, promote your artists a little bit more, bro.
I can say that.
I know you feel like you the shit because I ain't gonna call no names, but whoever the fuck you think you is, like, bro, the artists still pay you. The artists are still the artists.
And if everybody
and I just think it goes hand in hand. Like, you promote the artist that you're working with. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You getting your name, especially if you're being put on there as the owner or whatever, or show some type of love. It's okay. It ain't nothing wrong with support. Ain't nothing wrong with the fuck.
I feel like everybody should support each other. You feel me? Like, shout out artists, shout out to this producer, shout out to this studio. Like, everybody.
Yes. That's why I always shout out my producers. I shout out my videographers, my designers for my clothing, my makeup artists, the people who made my fucking t-shirts out, the visions. You know what I'm saying? My barber. You always see it, like, you can look, just check the material. I promote all my people shit.
That's how it's gotta be, yo. That's the only way that people are gonna learn that, like, oh, you affiliated with that person, I'm gonna rock with them because that person got his hair cut by you.
And it's not even that, like, on no copying, like, follow the leader type shit, but just on some, like I said, pushing cultures forward and being able to mesh and be, shoulder to shoulder with different people. Like it's so, my mind and my whole everything has changed, bro. My diet and all, being exposed to different countries is a whole nother world. And it's like, you really start tapping into new powers, and you really start activating new skills when you start being exposed to new worlds and new things. And it's like,
Sure.
there is no fucking limits, bro. When you start seeing it and actually manifest, it's like, woo! Okay, all right. So, advice for promoters. I'm sure we got some shit.
Wow.
Everybody mad at promoters.
Like everybody had an issue with a promoter. I feel like promoters, I would love to see promoters help support and push more local growing artists, just like they do some of these bigger ones. You feel me? And trust me, I get the money aspect of it. You feel me? Like I get that if you bring Kodak, you're gonna pack the building more than, you know what I'm saying, Lil Charles from down the street. But at one time, you feel me, Kodak was Lil Charles, and it was people that was behind that was just giving them options like, you know what, we're gonna try and we're gonna help get them on. I need people to do that again when it comes to these rising artists, and not try to make it so much like, you ain't shit, I ain't gonna give you no op. Like some of these young people, if you give them a chance, they might just pat that shit out. They might be the next Kodak. You feel me? So like this goes back to planting our seeds, just like these when they first started. Like your shit only had 7 people in it. You feel me? Like now you got 7,000, but we supported you when you only had 7 people. Like it goes quid pro quo. You feel me? So
bro,
like,
I remember this. I can remember like those days, like with certain promoters and certain experiences, being an artist in the early stages of the business, before we knew what the fuck an EPK was, before we knew what an artist writer or a contract was, before we knew what performance royalties was, before we knew what publishing was, before we knew what press releases and public relations were, before we knew what entertainment lawyers were, before we knew these things, standing in line waiting to perform, having to pay to perform. You got to pay your videographer, you got to pay your fucking producer, you got to pay the engineer, you got to pay the motherfucking mixing shit, you got to pay the videographer, you got, bro, merch, then you got to pay the marketing strategist to fucking strategize your shit, you got to pay the social media marketers, so it's like, support your artists more, bro. This shit, I'm sensitive about my shit, and I invest in my shit. I'm leveling up for real. I'm investing in my shit. I don't give bro. And I remember when I used to invest more into other people than I did to myself, and I've realized that the more I invest into myself, oh my god, I love that. I'm in love with leveling up at this point. All right, some advice for promoters from me. You know what I'm saying? Keep your word. Keep your word. Make sure you got that payment on deck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need half up front, half when I arrive, or I'm not performing and you lose the first half. I'm just being honest with you right now. Tighten up on security with these artists. You know what I'm saying? The dressing rooms, it should, at this point, you should already know artists need to have some type of dressing room or some type of somewhere to get in their zen or whatever before they perform. Like, come on, bro, for real, or something backstage, or create something, create a separate set besides the stage or something. On some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Flights, hotels, like if the artist has put in enough work, if they have invested in themselves, if they have shown themselves approved over the years. I was booked for Latino Oasis in 2014. Flight, hotel, access, VIP to all the events, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team in Palm Springs, California who booked me. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not too,
you know about it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So, okay, that's for promoters. Now for managers, because you got so many people saying they manage artists and they fucking just as lost as the damn artist is.
Listen. I ran into one of them not too long ago, and it was like, wow, bro, wow. My definitely advice to managers is like, oh, you gotta be real with yourself. You feel me? Like you have to be real with yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, or you really don't have a benefit for this specific artist,
leave them alone.
or just be honest about it and let them know, like, hey,
and grow with them, because they might still be with it. Like they might see where you're going with it, but like might not see exactly where you going, like where it's gonna end up type shit. But yeah.
they gotta be real, man. They gotta. It's a lot of like you said, people who are managers, and it's like there's no way in hell that you're this person's manager and X, Y, and Z is still not done. Like, how you their manager and they don't have a writer account on ASCAP or BMI? So I'm like, how you their manager and they don't have their lyrics copywritten, or you don't know how to copy? Like, it's just certain stuff that you either got to know how to do, or again, you got to be transparent enough to like tell that artist or that client, listen, I don't know how to do this. We're gonna learn this together, and motivate them to want to do that. There's so many managers that I see who I feel like they want to be the artist or they want to be the star, and then they make themselves and their artist look
and
crazy.
it's giving like half-ass assistant. You know what I'm saying? Like there isn't any artist development, and when I say artist development, it doesn't necessarily have to be like as far as funding, because I can develop. I have developed artists just through fucking advice and through connecting the dots and you know, providing resources for them. Or I might know a place where they can shoot a video at. I might know a videographer on that side of town. I might know a homie who can pull up with the Maserati if you're ready to shoot the video. I know a couple of bitches that know how to dance. If you need a strip club, I got one around the corner. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's about connecting the dots. Yeah. But for managers, for me, yeah, be honest with artists. If you know you can't put them in position, if you know you're not in position, chill. You know what I'm saying? Assist. Do research, provide some type of something for artists to be able to believe in, and if they're not evolving, you aren't either, and it's a waste of time. Because at this point, you know, most artists are being independent anyway. I like having creative control over my shit. I don't like being pressured to do everything. Shit, let me live. Let me just be.
You're supposed to. You feel
I need to just let me just be first.
I feel like that manager is supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying, like that big brother, big sister type situation. You feel like they're supposed to guide you. They're supposed to lead you. Like, how do you look to leadership for somebody who doesn't know how to lead their own way? You feel me? Or doesn't know how to, you know, that just don't work to me. You feel me? So again, it's like either step back and be like, nah, I can't do this. Or, hey, I'm not at that caliber, that level yet. However, we're going to grow.
Let's work together and evolve and grow together. But it has to happen. You can't just take an artist to an open mic night. They perform one time.
And it's like,
one producer they can dance with, but they don't have an EPK. They don't have an artist writer. They don't have performance contracts. You're not showing them how to collect their performance rights, royalties. You're not showing them how to upload that same performance they just performed at the open mic night. You're not showing them how to upload that to BMI Live so they can get their coinage. You don't know about TuneSat. You don't know about ASCAP, CSAC. You don't know about Tune Registry, Audium. Like, where we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Because I do research for my goddamn self. Anyway. All right. So, advice for DJs. Let's do DJs.
Oh, man. DJs. Man.
This is fun, ain't it?
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Nah, I feel like DJs is the same. You feel me? Like, I want DJs to get back to those situations where they kind of, you know what I'm saying? I get it. It's a money situation. Everybody got to pay to play. I get that. You feel me?
They need to tap back into their powers and spin that shit.
Break some more artists. You feel me?
Spin that shit.
The more artists DJ break, the more times that these artists gonna be like, shout out to this DJ, shout out to this DJ. And your bag gonna get bigger. Feel me? So it's like, go back to supporting.
This is so amazing. That's why I did that. This is what
where you at now. These same young dudes that put you popping. That's why you can break a little baby record now. That's why you can bake a, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Because these same young kids that were rocking with you. Feel me? Like, again, this whole industry is quid pro quo. It's giving back and helping each other out. So support these youngins so they can support y'all. Same thing, these youngins, you feel me? Like, throw the DJ flyer in, get paid. That shit don't cost no money. You feel me? Tell your friends to go out to this club at certain. That shit don't cost no money.
There's nothing there. Like, even if like we get it as far as the money is concerned. You know what I'm saying? We everybody trying to live love. Everybody prices went up. Well, not everybody, because we can only speak for ourselves. But so you know, spin the artist music. Like, bring your DJ mixtapes back. You know what I'm saying? Make a list of the dope artists of the year and just throw that shit on the mixtape and just put it out there and be like, go hit the artist up, bro. I seen you working all year. I put you on my DJ mixtape, blah blah blah. I'm hosting this bitch.
Drop.
I'm hot, you hot. Fuck it, let's get it.
Drop.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So the DJs, y'all already know what time it is. Spend them artist shit. Artists pay the DJ, tip DJ. When you go in the club, the first person you need to be trying to meet is the DJ. Damn, the promoter, the DJ, and the owner of the club. I be looking for them as soon as I get in that bitch. I need to know.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so for videographers, advice for videographers.
Oh man, videographers, y'all gotta do y'all contracts for real, because videographers, I feel like don't realize the power that they actually have. You feel me? Like when you shooting these people videos, if they're not signing, you know what I'm saying, a release saying that you're a work for hire type situation, like technically you own that damn video low key. You feel me? So it's like, again, everything around this shit business. You feel me? Everything around here business. So learn how to do your.
You gotta have your paperwork together.
Learn how to do your release form. That way, when you put in clips of some other people, they didn't already sign the form, so you ain't gotta worry about, hey, why you using my picture in it? Boy, you already signed this form. I'm finna use the clip that I recorded for you, that you said I can use, and I'm gonna use it to promote my business type thing. You signed it.
Correct. Videographers, you know, only thing I would say is, and shout out to Triple H Visuals. We just shot the Swerve video. I was gonna drop it after the show today, but I'm gonna make y'all wait a couple more days. But videographers, I definitely think that they can allow artists to be a little more vocal in the editing process. And I do believe that the artists need to be more active as executive producers of their content and the direction that the video is going. Now, I'm very active in the whole planning and everything with my shit. Like, I'll be knowing my locations. I know what I want to wear. I already got a designing the look for this scene, for that scene, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm active in my shit. But definitely, it's nothing wrong with videographers giving direction and advice for certain stuff, but I definitely think if we could build that bond between the creators and be more active, artists be more active in the executive production of their music videos.
Sure.
Dancers, whether it's strippers or choreographers or whatever, what's some advice we can give them?
I just wish we would show them more love, to be quite honest. You feel me? Like, a lot of these dancers are the reason why things are trending. Like, this whole thing that's going on with like the black TikTok creators.
Yes,
it's horrible. You feel me? Because these are people who are getting everything viral and getting everything known. So for me, it's like, dancers, I'm on your side. I want people to give them credit more. You feel me? Like, hire actual choreographers, because these are people who study this art for a reason. I get it. Your homegirl can, you know what I'm saying? She can do the heel toe real good, and your other girl can do the wall. So I'm just putting them in. No, there are people who study the art of dance for this specific reason, and we need to participate more in their life. You feel me? We need to credit them more. We need to utilize them more. Like, so dancers at this point, I just feel like they need to start learning more about how to protect, their intellectual property as well.
Yes,
you got it. Video before you put it on TikTok, or copyright a dance that you made before get out there. Until people start giving the credit that is owed to them, do what you got to do to protect y'all shit, because too many people are getting over on them, and I don't like it.
Yeah, dancers, I do believe that they should get more credit as well.
For sure.
I think we all are all creators, because all of us are a piece of the puzzle. All of us deserve more credit for the work that we put in, and the time and the money and the energy that we invest in ourselves and that we invest into others, because at the end of the day, it's all together.
Yeah.
We're all, like I said, we're all part of the piece of the puzzle. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, all right. So dancers, any advice, the advice that I would have for them, definitely push harder. Reach out to some artists. There's nothing wrong with y'all reaching out to artists, asking them, you know, or just doing a dance video with somebody's song, playing and just posting it. It doesn't always have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like Jesus, just, I don't know. Show some more love, man. Love is one of the highest frequencies. Damn,
I love it.
some love. And also with dancers, I think it would make sense to start learning different styles of dance.
Yeah.
Because with the TikTok and other movements outside of TikTok, but just still the whole art of being an artist at your shit, because dancers are artists as well, and dancing is an art. So knowing different art forms and ways outside of twerking, I think it could help push the culture too, and it could definitely help change the trajectory and production of videos and the direction of videos. Label reps.
It get worse and worse.
Are you real?
It get worse and worse. Nah, man. Label reps, yo. I just look for actual talent. You feel me? Look for real talent. Not for, and I don't have anybody who's against it or who may have got their successful there or their break or whatever off of TikTok. I'm with it. I love it. You feel me? But there are some actual artists who don't have no followers, who don't know nothing about this technology, and these kids are blowing. You feel me? These kids are rapping their ass off. They singing their ass off. They like. So I want us to go back to having, you know what I'm saying? Can we get some real talent artists? I mean, can we go back to the singers? You feel me? Can we go back to the people who are making soul music? Can we go back to the people who are making, you know what I'm saying?
Real music
again. Real music. Like, and not so much as just this, hey, we're gonna make this amount of money off this kid, we're gonna be able to do this, we're gonna do that. Like, I want the music execs to go back to finding the actual goddamn talent and not the viral aspect of the music industry.
Numbers.
Yeah, fuck the numbers, fuck the algorithms. Go back to, does this music make you feel something? You feel me? Like, hear this song, do you feel like you feel something in your heart type thing? Can you relate to this? Do this.
And you know what? Like, it's just as deep, as far as music is concerned. Like, and then we can take this shit deeper now when it comes to music and your chakra.
Yeah.
And with so much toxicity, in a lot of this music, even with the producers and engineers or, everybody, bro, the frequency of the music, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever looked into the hertz or what type of frequency is on something? Like, are they thinking this deep? Is it, and that's what I think, we can definitely consider more. I'm listening to some binaural beats now, and I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I need to add one of these in one of my songs. I feel like my new project is going to be on some shit like that, and it's going to be attached to an NFT project. So yeah, designers.
Oh,
fashion designers.
Again,
I'm gonna say fashion designers and graphic designers. We ain't gonna leave the flyer dude and stuff out.
No, because those are my two go-tos. From like, shout out to Braun with 10K graphics. That man,
shout out to CTV graphics.
Feel me? Fashion designers. Shout out to No Heart No Hustle. I literally have a closet full of stuff that's from them black-owned business. You feel me? But again, for them, it's just owning your intellectual property. You feel me? Like owning your designs, owning your IP, trademarking, and copywriting. You know what I'm saying? Your marks and all those type of things, legitimizing your business as well, because. Again, there are too many things that, creative wise, that can be taken advantage of when it comes to having good art, you feel me, and having talent. So protect it. You feel me? Like,
and it's crazy because if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Like literally.
And people don't like a person can really like just take your shit before you even think about trying to protect your shit, man. That's all I'm saying.
Protect yourself at all times. You feel me? But specifically for people, because you got to think. You feel me? Like these clothes and stuff. You get it on one of the right people, and everybody it's over. Either they're going to participate in your brand, or somebody is going to duplicate your brand if you're not protecting it, type thing. So protect yourself at all times.
Well, one thing that they're going to do, they're going to try and duplicate shit anyway. We don't really give a fuck. We don't give a damn about any of that duplication shit because Originals are worth more than copies. Now, not sure if you are. I'm gonna just call it. I'm gonna call them the marketing strategist. Okay, and that pretty much refers to your Spotify marketers, your streaming marketers, your playlisters, um, your project developers, and people of that nature. Advice for them.
More transparency, please.
Yes.
Stop with all these fake stream contests. You about to get so many people accounts locked up and
Selling
deleted.
all these dreams.
Just I'd rather people be real. You feel me? Like, tell
Oh.
me, hey, it's going to take me 6 months for me to get you 50,000
Oh
plays.
my God, you took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say that, and that's for everybody, bro. Not even for them, but mostly for them too, because the timing. Like, if you know it's gonna take you longer than 2 days or a week or 2 weeks, like I feel like if everybody everybody just make your shit from 7 business days to a month.
But you know what? I feel like those people also need to their focus, and I get it because they are on the technological side, but they're also focused on algorithms and viral stuff. You feel me? And it's not focusing on, like, do you understand that artists could probably get more streams and fans if the person who was marketing them focused on actual getting fans? You feel me? Like 1,000 fans theory type situation. You feel me? Like, I'm going to make it so that you get 100 new followers a month, and out of those 100 new followers, we're going to make sure that 10 of them like you on Spotify, and you know what I'm saying. That's going to get you more plays and more notoriety than just running your shit through a stream farm. You feel me? Like, cool, you have 70,000 new plays from 4 people. You feel me? Over the last 24 hours.
Yes.
Still nobody knows your name, and nobody listen to your shit for real. So why not be just real with them and say, hey, look, this is what I'm gonna do. You feel me? Like, we're going to go live on Instagram more, and you're going to like every comment that's on that person's page, and you're going to, you know what I'm saying, maybe add or follow a couple of them, and we're going to throw some free merch or something. Like, we're going to build real fans type situation. You feel me? We're going to have Q&As online. We're going to, like,
that's really what it's about at the end of the day. You're building your audience, man. You're building your audience, and the people know if it's genuine or if it's bullshit. The people know if you're for the people or not. Like, we know, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. We ain't gonna say what all we doing, but it's a lot of shit we got going on.
It's a lot
in real life. In real life, not just on social media, because we don't want to get too caught up into the popular shit and forget that you really need to be putting work out here. You really need to be working out here for real. You need to be putting in some work, right? Especially right now, bro. You need to be trying to evolve right now. You need to be trying to put in some work. All right. So marketing strategists. Only thing I would say is, yes, be honest with the time, and be honest about the resources that you're saying that you have in the turnaround, especially when it comes to just certain shit. Like, bro, just be honest with the timing, and stop lying. Like, god damn. And humble yourself, shit. And it's okay for you to promote your clients too. Shit, y'all be expecting it. Y'all be thinking that because we pay or because we spent money with y'all, we gotta promote the work that y'all did. But bitch, it's work for us to promote your shit. So what you mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, but it's nothing wrong with bartering too. I do believe that is a system that certain individuals can use and apply in certain levels of the community when your value or you have certain resources that you can use to have an exchange of services. It has to make sense. It really has to make sense. So we did artists, we did musicians, producers, engineers, promoters, managers, DJs, videographers, dancers, label reps, designers, marketing strategists. That's a nice little hefty list, and I think that was very dope. Now, anybody outside of those labels, do you have any advice that you want to give anybody right now?
feel like we covered them all for the most part. I'm definitely zoning in on artists and producers right now. You know what? Let's tap in on like the artists, their team. You feel me? So
Yes,
whether it's a formalized team or it's your homeboys from whatever, you feel me, like whoever's on that team, I feel like it's so important for the team to be aligned with the artist goals. And what I mean by
yes.
that is like people are going to have to evolve. You feel me? And you as a teammate have to either decide that you're going to evolve for the
Or
better,
get left with a foot. Oh my God, this is so dope.
but not even get left. Sometimes you got to realize,
Yo,
like, you know what? I see my homeboy trying to do better. He trying to, do X, Y, and Z. I'm still doing hood rat shit, and that's cool. But I know that me doing this hood rat shit, yo, if he get in trouble with me, he not gonna be able to make that show in Denver because his ass gonna be in jail. So am I gonna keep putting my man's at risk, or I'm gonna be a good ass homie and say, you know what? You gotta fly, bro. I just can't hang with you no more. Or I gotta get my own shit together.
and
So
that's
I
dope because
but
everybody don't think like that. But that is a great point
we need to
because
inspire
that don't
people to do that.
that don't necessarily mean like just because you gotten to a certain level that you just like. First of all, for one, I never forget where I came from. It's
Sure.
so many artists and people that I am helping off this motherfucking screen. I wish I could say half of the shit we got going on.
That's real, yo. That's real.
I'm so serious right now. You really have to be for your people.
You got to,
And to
yo.
keep
That's
and to not have to use that as a platform or as a way to say I'm up or as a way to say I'm
yeah.
doing some shit for somebody or I'm recording me giving money or feeding the homeless. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate nobody for how they, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. But come on, bro. Let's be real about this shit.
That's
We
all
ain't
it
doing this shit for no bragging rights.
No, you gotta do it to be genuine. You feel me? And like, so the people you got
So
around you,
definitely empower your people. Definitely keep evolving yourself and your people too. And it's very important. It's very imperative for you to evolve with your motherfucking team. Your team needs to be evolving with you. And when I say and if I said I leave it, goddamn it, I mean that shit. I will because I will not allow you to jeopardize what I'm building and what I got going on just because you want to be complacent or mediocre. I will not.
it's just not
I
allowed.
still love you. I'ma still inform. I'ma still give you game. I'ma still put you on whatever the fuck you need. We still gonna get this motherfucking money, but that don't necessarily mean we gonna be shoulder to shoulder. I
Straight
still
up.
love you.
Straight
I
up. And
still love you.
that's how it's gotta be.
I
You feel
still
me?
love you. And honestly, that shit hurts sometimes because you don't be
Yeah.
wanting to let go. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty can even be a handicap sometimes. You feel me? So
You gotta
and it
do
feels
that
good. It feels good to let go sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Every time you elevate, you gotta drop off some luggage, my nigga. You can't fly too high with a heavy bag.
that real. That real. You feel me?
You
Everybody
can't
can't
fit
come.
so many pounds in the suitcase.
Everybody can't come, yo.
So let's tap into something real quick before we leave. I'm gonna talk about a couple different platforms that artists and creators can register their stuff on. You know what I'm saying? It's to really like tap into their royalties. So we're gonna say we're gonna push the culture, and let's push the culture.
Let's do it.
So let's give us some. All right, be in my ass cap C stack.
PROs, you feel me? Always imperative. Register all your songs on there, register all your performances on there. If you're doing sync licensing, register all your Q sheets on there because it's multiple bags you can be getting. So make sure you do your Q sheets, register everything on there because your PRO pays out for more than one thing. You feel me? So
Yes.
end of the day, get your bag.
I mean, especially right now, even with venues and shit not being open, you can do virtual performances.
Virtual still
This
count.
right here, this is the performance right here.
The virtual still count. And make sure when it comes to the PRO, make sure you have a publisher account. You feel me? There's so many creatives.
You gotta have your publisher account. You gotta have your ISRC codes. You gotta have artists. You got people. You dropping music. You ain't got your EIN number yet or your DUNS number yet. That's a whole. We leaving too much money on the table, and they've been playing with us for too fucking long.
Yeah.
Said, fuck all this shit up. Get it, man, for real. All right, be in my ass cap. He said, Tune Set. Are you familiar with Tune Set?
Nah, I don't. I use some different platforms for different stuff. So you tell me
Yeah,
what's two
this is
that
for
I might
something
have another
completely
one.
different. This something completely different. I'm just throwing some stuff out there for you and for my viewers. So like if they haven't heard of it, they can. This is as a matter of fact, shout out to my homie Randolph Francis. He is a label executive. He has a I'm gonna call it a crash course of like a lot of certifications and performance royalties, PROs, and publishing places to get your publishing right. This is a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And some of us pay for it and teach our people. Some of us pay for it and keep it for ourselves and get our own shit right. But y'all know I've been throwing and dropping jewels for since forever. That's just who I am. So you always want to keep your pen and pad handy when you fucking with me. All right. Sound Exchange. I'm sure you familiar with Sound Exchange.
Of course, man. Register all your songs. You feel me? Producers, side artists, feature artists. Make sure y'all registering y'all music as well because y'all can get y'all stuff. Producers do y'all LODs from Sound Exchange. Creators, you feel me? Just register all your music. It does not cost to have a Sound Exchange account. It is just your job to make sure that you are updating and inputting information. This is how you get paid from your digital performance royalties.
Correct.
Pandora, Sirius XM, all of that. You're not getting paid. Those are getting paid out by Sound Exchange. So if you're not, registering that properly and you don't have that account set up, that is money that is in a bank that is yours that you are not collecting. You feel me? We cannot
This
be
is
letting
correct.
our money get set on the table no more. Open these bank accounts up. You feel me? Get these collection agencies, make your account so you can get your bag off of it.
Get them letters out, bro. Dispute that shit. Update your shit. Get your shit right. Get your EIN. Get your business
Clean your
license. Get your
catalog
artwork.
up, man. Clean your
Get your
catalog.
seller, get your sellers. You get your seller's license. Get your shit. Get your shit right, bro. All right. I think we went over a lot of shit. Do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Let me drop one more real
Go
quick.
ahead. Yeah, drop. Yeah, give us a couple.
They don't know about this. So there's a site called the MLC. Shout out to them. Shout out to Serona Elton. I love that whole family. And this is because so the MLC was created in 2021, believe it or not. And their sole job is to render mechanical royalties. You feel me? So when this whole Music Modernization Act happened in 2020, laws are pretty much being changed. You feel me? So when in 2021, when the MLC was created, they have $424 million of unclaimed mechanical royalties. You feel me? Their whole job right now was they're trying to match that shit up and cut these checks. You feel me? So again, it is free to make the account. It is almost synonymous to, in a way, to like Sound Exchange. All you gotta do is give them all your information and they cut
Just
the
register
check.
it. Just register it.
All you gotta do is register. Another site I want to give out is
MLC.
yeah, themlc.com.
Okay.
Free. All you gotta do is register your music. You feel me? Another site I want to give out is Sona, so Songwriters Organization of North America. Love them. Shout out to them. Believe it or not, I just got asked to be an advocate on their advocacy board, so I'm extremely excited for the things that we're about to do.
Congratulations.
So Sona is amazing because these are the people who are actually advocating, and when I say lobbying, I mean they're in the courtrooms for us as artists and songwriters and creators who are fighting for our rights, who are fighting for us to get paid. They're the ones who are doing the work. You feel me? These are real advocates. I'm talking about these are seasoned veterans who are in the industry who get what I call mailbox money. They only get paid from music. You feel me? But they're the ones who are risking their name and risking their titles to say, you know what? This is not fair. Pay them more. Help them, teach them, and they're really out here advocating. So I want more people to sign up with this organization. There's another one called BMAC, if I'm not mistaken, which is like the black version of this. But let's support these people who are supporting us. You feel me? Let's support these people who are literally fighting for our right, so we can make sure that they're advocating for what we need.
The MLC.com.
Yeah.
Sona.com. SONA.
Let me make sure that's the right, but it's Songwriters Organization of North America.
So SONA.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna look up the actual website right now so I can make sure it's right. And I'll send you some links on this as well.
Yeah, send it to me, and then I'll post them on my story.
So Sona is wearesona.com. So WEARESONA.com. And then I know it's another one. It's called, the acronym is BMAC. I can't remember the exact but it's like Black Music Coalition of America, it might be, or Black
Okay.
Music, something like that. But pretty much they're dope. They work hand in hand with Sona as well. They're also, you know what I'm saying, like boots on the ground type, fighting for us type vibe. So I think it's important that we always support the people who are supporting us that we don't even know are fighting
That
for us.
all that we don't even know really support, and I do believe that, and I want to say thank you to all of my supporters in the real world and in social media and in the spiritual realm. Thank y'all so much for supporting me and my movement and believing in me and evolving with me in this process. And I do believe that there are people who are working for us that we might not even know about. I do believe that people are starting to mention my name in these rooms. I do believe something big is about to happen, but I'm chilling right now. But thank you so much. I appreciate y'all fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? We got Jay Yoko in this bitch. It's the Real Right Show each and every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Man, if you want to give anybody a shout out, go ahead.
Oh man, first and foremost to the higher power for having us here. You feel me? I love that. I love that. My whole team though. You feel me? Like I tell everybody, you see me, but it's a lot of us that's behind. Shout out to my right hand, my attorney, Shannon Liggin from Pretty Smart Law. You feel me? We're about to open our own creative studio in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited about that.
That's dope.
Shout out to my brother Rel Carter. We're actually we just created our own college course, if you would, that we're about to go to some different cities and drop some jewels on the correlation of music business and financial literacy. Just we're doing some exciting things for me. My whole team who's always here, Ron, my graphic guy who keeps me right, you feel me? My intern who, even though she's on a little probation right now, you feel me? Like she's been pushing. So shout out to Keys. Just everybody that keep me going. You feel me? Chino's my videographer. He keeps, the spec of everything right. No Heart, No Hustle, who is, my clothing sponsor. Like I said, they keep me laced. I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing, none of that. All these people are Black-owned companies, and that's why I love to support.
Yes, sir, indeed. That's all. That like I ain't gonna say that's all I support, but for the most part, I support my people, bro.
I support my people.
I have friends that do some amazing things. Like I said, from my graphic designer, shout out to CDG Graphics, shout out to Cupcake. She helped me build my website. These are all Black-owned businesses. My designers for my looks for my videos. Shout out to Left Hand D'Angelo, JD Collection. Shout out to my videographer who just shot my Swerve video. It is dropping soon, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Shout out to Triple H Visuals. This is a overseas plug or overseas videographer. We don't even fucking speak the same language, but I'm learning their language.
That's
pushing myself.
That's you evolving. You feel me? That's literally when you in a different realm. You feel me? Like we don't even speak the same language. I'm in a different world. I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? That's there.
All right. So thank you so much. This was an amazing interview. I definitely think we need to keep in touch. I think
absolutely.
Let everybody know how to follow you again.
For sure. Tap into my website. For me, jyokoentertainment.com. That is the one sole place to find me. In every social media, JYokoENT. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Any and everything that you might need, I am there. You feel me? When it comes to artist development, I don't care if you've never been in a booth before or you've already signed a deal. If you are a artist or creative who wants to succeed in this industry and you need help and guidance to take yourself to the next level, hit us up, Jyoko Entertainment. We love to get you there. We love to teach you. We love to teach you how this industry works for yourself, so you can be a person who earns equity and is at a profitable seat at this table where these billions are made.
Billions.
That's what a B. You feel me? Billions.
A big B at that.
We need some of that. You feel me? We need that.
And we going in the show. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, man. This has been amazing. Check us out. February, we got Yadi Moneta, and we got my homie Pat G's from Syracuse, New York. BNG the Ruler, Street Sweepers and Mafia. I'm my BNT CEO. We're live in full effect. Shout out to my graphic designer. Shout out to my designer. Shout out to my videographer. Shout out to my family. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Jacksonville. Shout out to Atlanta. 10 years, still making moves. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to overseas. I ain't gonna say exactly where, but shout out to overseas. We global now. BNG the Ruler, Street Sweepers and Mafia. I'm my BNT CEO. We're live in full effect each and every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. I am Benji the Ruler. Financial literacy, global currency, music industry 111. We didn't touch bases on the travel industry shit just yet, but we got so compiled. It's so much information that we're giving out. It's so much that more value that we're trying to provide for our people. We're trying to continue pushing the culture with several streams of revenue, speaking of power and life into each other. Peace, protection, and prosperity to all my people. My vibe attracts my tribe. Let's go.